a heroic performance by 11 Arsenal players, based on the fact that they did their jobs, based on the fact that they didn't make too many mistakes, apart from Raya having 2, if not 3 moments where he nearly cocked up. If you look at the football that we played today, we took the game to Man City, off the ball, Odegaard. Again, he pressed from the front. He led by example.
How did he lead by example? The guy had a bad game. He didn't have a good game. How can you have a number 10 that creates nothing? A 10. Man's talking like he's a CDM. Rice created more and did more and looked more dangerous in the final third than Odegaard. How is that a good performance? I don't understand the Bulgaria and the need to flipping suck off some of these players that didn't do well. I don't get it. I will praise players that I don't rate if they have a good game. And I will criticize Trossard, which I rate. Jesus, which I rate. Didn't have a good game. What's this thing in his favorites, bro? He didn't have a good game, bro.
I don't agree with him. I don't agree with him. But one thing I will say to maybe defend him a little bit, fans see the game differently in the stadium. So maybe he was viewing what he was doing off the ball when the camera was on the other side as something that we weren't seeing. So I'm just gonna say in the stadium, depending on where you're sitting, if you're just seeing the player constantly running after defenders pressing, you might be seeing it as he's working harder than some of these other guys.
Nah, you know what it is with Arsenal fans, yeah? They watch the game with Arsenal highlight contact lenses, bro. That's how they see the game, yeah? Highlight vision, bro. Everything is just highlights. They don't watch 90 minutes. It's highlights. You know what I'm saying? Which is why a lot of them got very giddy about Kai Havertz when he didn't really do much. And I've seen them get giddy about Kai Havertz. Does one little thing and all of a sudden it's a good game. Nah, bro, it's what you do for the duration of the time.
He changed the game. Kai Havertz changed the game.
Odegaard, I'm sorry, the bare minimum is running around for a football player.
Bro, Kai Havertz changed the game.
Bro,
listen, Partey passed the ball to Tomiyasu. Tomiyasu passed the ball to Kai Havertz. Kai Havertz brought it down and then passed it to Thing. And then it was a goal. Now, it wasn't only that moment. There was another moment when it was a throw-in. Kai Havertz brought it down and gave it to Jesus for a shot. There were moments in that substitution where you could see Kai Havertz's role was to be like a skinnier Olivier Giroud. That's what he did.
So now he's a skinny Olivier Giroud, yeah?
Bro, that's maybe what I call him. I don't know why you're laughing so bad. That's what he is. That's what his role was.
Oh, I'm dead. Oh.
He did that in the Community Shield. Don't lie. You've seen that.
Oh my God, that cracked me up. Nah, I'm sorry. The skinny Olivier Giroud.
Nah, he did look like the skinny Olivier Giroud that game. Come on. He did change the game. Come on.
Bro, that pass he made to Martinelli, anyone can make that pass.
Guess what? Not everyone actually brings it down.
Bro, I'm sorry. The bare minimum you're giving this guy. I'm sorry. The bare minimum you're trying to big him up. Listen, well done, he got the assist. But
random in the chat need a pause, bro. People are saying they're clapping. What's going on?
It's a joke thing, bro. Listen, let's get into the rest of it.
All right.
And up top, Gabriel Jesus was the main threat for me. I mean, Eddie Nketiah works as hard as he could, but that's the bare minimum.
He agrees with you.
Give him a round of applause. He ran around. Amazing. How can a player with 2 legs run around? You got to praise that. I mean, come on. That's special right there.
Today for me, the league's won, and I said at the start of the season we can go unbeaten. I think we'll go unbeaten this season.
Wow, that's a big statement.
I think we'll go unbeaten this season.
Shout out Ahmed. I know that guy. Shout out Ahmed.
Of course he's one of your boys.
Shout out Ahmed.
The deluded gang. Nah, come on, Egal. That's shameless, bro. You think we're going to go undefeated?
What did he say?
He said we can go undefeated.
Why is he being like Dawood?
What's going on over there? What's going on?
I don't know, man.
East Africa, what's going on right now?
We're having too many bananas with our rice. That's what it is. The potassium's getting to our head. Listen. The potassium is getting to our head. Listen, I don't think it's crazy to say we're playing well this season so far. in the defensive aspect. And once we click into gear with our attack, that we could be a very threatening team and grow into the season. Why is it that City are allowed to have slow starts, but when Arsenal have a slow start, it's, oh my God, it's the end of the world? Let's kind of calm down. We're still undefeated in the league, and we only lost one game, and it's against Lens. I'm not too worried.
You're not too worried?
I think
End of the season. End of the season. We'll do it in your channel. End of the season.
We'll talk. Don't worry.
We're gonna have a good show. We're gonna have a good
don't
show.
Don't worry.
We gave City a footballing masterclass today. We did. Everybody put their part. Everybody did their part. It was a footballing masterclass. Now,
facts.
Today's game. The best thing about today's game is that not one of the players was overawed by City. Not one of them. Yeah.
Mentality was on point today. Nobody was scared. Mentality was on point. They weren't scared of them. They were ready for the moment, and that's what we needed to do, and we did that. This City team, without Kevin De Bruyne and Rodri, we looked across them and we're like, you know what? We're going to beat these guys today. And we went out there and we did it. It didn't matter how we did it. We did it.
So you were happy with our strike force, the way they performed?
Bro, I told you I didn't care. We get out of there with the smash and grab and we leave. This is a team that we weren't able to beat for 12 games in a row. For 8 years. It doesn't matter. You just need to get your monkey off the back. In order to beat the champions, you have to beat the champions, and that's what we did.
Why didn't this filo da puta looking like Akon? Why couldn't he just said that? You know what? We didn't have not everyone actually performed, but you know what? Everyone gave a professional. Well, most of us gave a professional performance.
Because after the game, people get gassed. You yourself were sitting here with a cigar the other day. So let's be honest. After the game, when these interviews do happen, they're very gassed. After the game, I said we bossed City. But guess what? Going back and looking at it, we didn't boss the game. What we did was we managed our game, and we kept them controlled. Where if we bossed them, we would have scored multiple goals. What we did was we controlled the game. We controlled it.
Okay, cool. But I don't know if you saw my match reaction since you bringing it up. Yeah. Not one time did I say that was a complete performance. I said defensively, we played excellently and kept us in the game to nick it 1-0. That's what I said, bro. So why can you say that?
Lee Gunner's right. We did beat Leicester twice, but that's different. This time we know what we know. In order to beat Manchester City, we're going to need 90+ points. And if we're going to go toe to toe with them for the end of the season, the difference maker is going to be these 6-pointers. Last season, we lost to them twice. If we would have beat them once last year, we probably could have been champions. Based off the emotion.